Yo, what's up everybody? It's Trevor here and welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to use eBay as your own Shopify dropshipping supplier over AliExpress. Now I'm going to jump onto the computer and share some reasons why you should switch over to eBay and stop using AliExpress, period. I'm going to give you some pointers in how to source eBay suppliers products and how to handpick them so you don't run into any problems. So let's jump on the computer and I'm going to show you from there. Alright guys, we're now on the computer. I'm going to show you a few reasons why you should be definitely using eBay over AliExpress. And the first reason, and is probably one of the biggest reasons why you should switch over to eBay, is going to be shipping times. Now, if you go on the ebay.com website and you look for any item, so let's go ahead and look up something like LED light strips, for example. So if you search this up, you can see that these items, if you we can open it into a new tab, you can see that they have free standard shipping and the estimated time is right around around 5 to 7 days. And that is pretty good shipping compared to AliExpress, which if you find something similar like this LED strip, that if you have it shipped from China with a, let's say, US plug, it's gonna take all the way till October 21st, and that's literally a month away from when I'm recording this. So from AliExpress compared to eBay, you're gonna get much improved shipping times compared to shipping from China. Another big reason why you should definitely use eBay over AliExpress is going to be the return policies and returns. Now, when you're running a Shopify store, you are bound to get returns. Returns on each platform is a bit different. So on eBay, the returns are very, very easy. So the returns, you have free returns. You can see right here, free 30-day returns. And what that means is when the item arrives to your customer, the customer has 30 days to make a complaint and they want to return the item. And 30 days is pretty typical across most platforms. You know, Amazon has 90 days, but eBay with 30 days is very typical for any other e-commerce store. So 30 days is very, very good. If we look at what AliExpress has, it usually doesn't say on the actual listing. So basically I did a search that most items are gonna have 15-day return policy, which is enough for most people. However, some people wait all the way till the 30-day mark or till the 26 day mark to return the item. And if you source your item from AliExpress, you're definitely not gonna get the return option once you pass the 15-day. Now, you could argue that you could have a 15-day return on your store, but having a 30-day return and having the flexibility for the customer is definitely better. So that's another reason to use eBay, is because of the returns and the length of the returns. So sometimes eBay listings have 60-day or even 90-day returns, but most typically to get higher ranked on eBay search algorithm, you're gonna need at least a 30-day return, which is pretty typical across most listings anyways. Now the next part is why when you're doing returns, you're going to have a lot better customer service. So when you're doing returns, you know, if you go to your eBay and go to purchase history, there's a one-click button to return the item. You can put in the reason, and then either you will have to pay for the return shipping label if it's buyer's remorse. But if the item is broken, then you're going to get a label pre-ready for you to send to the customer. And sometimes it also goes to a automated system where the seller has to approve the return first, then you get the label. So either way, it's still much better than AliExpress, where AliExpress, when you have an order inside of My Orders and you start a return, the AliExpress agent sometimes, even if it's the product's fault, we'll try to find as many excuses as possible to have you keep the item and keep a portion of the money. So a lot of times AliExpress doesn't even want you to return the items, even though they have free 15-day returns in their policy. So that's another major advantage of using eBay. So those are the 4 biggest reasons why you should definitely use eBay now over AliExpress. Alright, now I'm going to show you how you can find a good eBay supplier. Now, there are a few criteria that I personally use to find good eBay suppliers to source from. So, for this example, we searched up LED light strip. You're going to see a bunch of listings up, and the very first thing I do when looking for a supplier for the specific item is to go to the filters on the left, and essentially you want to have these filters. You want to have condition as new because you don't want any used items, and there are people that sell open box, refurbished, used, or for parts are not working items. And when you're drop shipping, you definitely want to sell new items, and this is pretty obvious, but I do want to point it out there. Next offer is we want to do buy it now offers. This will delete listings that have auctions where we can bid on them. We don't want any listings that have auctions because simply we need to just purchase at one specific price and not have to bid for items. Next up, if we scroll down, is item location. Item location for sourcing for US suppliers, we definitely want US only. Now, there are also other options such as North America or worldwide, or default, or wherever you are. You always want to make sure if you're shipping to US and Canada to use US only, because you're gonna have the fastest shipping possible when you're choosing US only. So those are the filters that I would personally use. Now, there are other filters like free returns, returns accepted, and deals and savings and stuff like that. However, for the most part, I don't use them because almost all listings do have free returns and returns accepted. But on eBay, even if the seller does not accept returns, technically they will still have to refund you if the item is broken. So either way, I just don't leave any of these filters on. Now you're able to look through these listings and find a listing that you can source from. So I can see this one right here, like this, and you can see the very first thing to look for is seller information. When you see the seller right here, you can see his name, the perfect part. The very first thing that I look for is his feedback. How many feedback does he have? I don't like to go any lower than 1,000 because they might be very new to eBay. Now, another way to check is if you just right click and open in a new tab right where his ratings are, you can see his feedback profile. And this feedback profile shows exactly all his feedbacks that he's getting. And you can see that he's been a member on eBay since 2004, which is amazing because he has a lot of experience. And you can see inside his feedback ratings, he has, in the last year, he has gotten 236,000 positive feedbacks and only 8 negatives, which is an amazing rate, and it's also showing as 100% feedback because of this very low negative feedback score. So you can also see all his feedbacks, read through it, but the main part is if his percentage is over 95%, then you don't need to worry about the shipping and all the negative feedback that he's getting. If it's lower than 95%, then I would not source, and you do want to double check and see what other people are writing inside negative feedback. Are they selling broken parts, or is shipping taking way too long than promised, or something else like that? So this would be a perfect supplier to use, having amazing feedback and a lot of feedback score, and I would definitely source this. But there is one problem with this listing. You can see right here where it says 8 available. You want to look at listings and find listings that say either more than 10 available or limited quantity available. This filter or this criteria that you want to look through is to prevent items that you source to go out of stock when you're selling them. So this item, once it sells 8, this item will go out of stock. And you don't know if they will restock or it will be permanently out of stock. So to be safe, you want to look at listings where it says more than 10 available or limited quantity available. So let's go ahead and do this live. You can see this example, limited quantity available. And essentially that means this will have as many quantity as they have in stock. And I'll definitely source this right here. See, over 95% and a lot of feedback. Top listing I would not source because of only having a available. Now, if we open up more listings where this says more than 10 available, we can source this as well. These are the two listings that you want to be sourcing. When it says limited quantity available or more than 10 available, you can source these, and do check what the amount of feedback the seller had and the positive feedback percentage also. So those are the 4 criteria that you want to look through. Is basically does it say more than 10 available or limited quantity available, and then the seller profile, does it have more than 1,000 stars and 95% positive feedback. And if it fits those, and it says fast and decent shipping, this is very fast shipping already, 4 to 7 day shipping is very good, and free returns, then you're perfectly able to source the item, and that is a green light to go ahead and source this item. Now, another question I get a lot is, how do you prevent items going out of stock? Now, like I just mentioned, that you need to be sourcing items that say any of those 2 filters, and there are also extra software to help you keep track of the quantity. However, in my experience, I didn't have to use any of the softwares because most of the time when I source items, and if they go out of stock, which hasn't been any so far, but if they do go out of stock, almost always there is going to be another seller selling the exact same item, maybe for a little bit more expensive or a little bit cheaper, and I can go ahead and source it from them. So that's why I haven't been using any software. But if you do want to use a software, then I would recommend SKUGrid. Now, this software is basically to manage and reprice to sell on eBay and other marketplaces. However, they have a feature where you can add a marketplace such as eBay. You can see, if you click see most popular stores and you scroll down to over here, as you can see eBay right here, this is eBay US. You can go ahead and get emails sent directly to you if the price changes or if it goes out of stock. This is extra software to help you manage stock when you're dealing with a lot of SKUs. However, at the beginning, you definitely don't need this software. And to give you a pricing on this tool, if you go to pricing, you're gonna get $15. For $15 a month, you're gonna be able to monitor up to 200 items. Now, there is also a cheaper plan where you can buy specifically tokens, and that might lower the pricing as well. So do play with that pricing if you do choose to use SKUGrid. Now on to the last part of this video, which is how do you place orders on eBay? So when you're using eBay and sourcing items from eBay and you get an order that the item is sold on eBay, how should you place the orders? Let's use this listing as an example. So as you guys can see, I'm in incognito tab, and this is what I recommend you to do to purchase items on eBay. You can easily just add a cart right here and then click on checkout to check out the item in your cart, and then you can add a guest email. Now you can use a bunch of different emails. However, in my experience, even if you use the same email in guest mode, it doesn't affect eBay in terminating any accounts. So this is what I recommend, is just to buy in guest mode. So then eBay doesn't catch on that you're dropshipping from eBay. Now, when eBay catches you that you're dropshipping from eBay, most of the time it is very, very hard to get caught. First of all, you probably need to place around somewhere around 10,000 to 50,000 orders before that even happens. So for the most part, if you're new and starting out, don't even worry. You can even have an account and purchase there, so you can keep track of all your purchase history. So that is another one way to purchase on eBay. You can use guest accounts. You can also use guest accounts on different IP addresses. You can use Apple Pay and Google Pay to purchase. So if you go to checkout and we click buy it now, we can check out as a guest. So when you click on this, you get to skip the entire login where you need to sign into your eBay account or create one, and you can go ahead and put in the ship address and then use any of these payment methods. You can, when you have an account, you can actually use Apple Pay or Google Pay depending on which platform you're on. And this way, I've been using it for a long time, and I haven't had any issues using Apple Pay and Google Pay. Just the advantage or the disadvantage is you need to switch. You need to type in the address on your computer, sign into account, and then go to your mobile phone and then place the order. So it is very inconvenient, but it is a workaround so you don't have any issues when placing orders on eBay. Also, you can use different credit cards and debit cards right here where it says add new card. You can switch up cards easily by using privacy.com. So privacy.com, basically when you link your bank, it's going to give you a temporary credit card to use on different marketplaces or wherever you want to shop. So basically you can get unlimited credit cards. Now they do have a credit limit cap on how much money you can spend through privacy.com per day. However, as you use it more, you can increase it to suit your needs. So in the beginning, you can try out Privacy. It is completely free, so not sponsored by them either. So the last way, and the recommended ways that I would do it is to use Apple Pay and Google Pay with an account, and you should be fine for many orders. But if you do want to stay extra safe, then get as many accounts on different IPs and then use privacy.com to safeguard it. And that way you should have absolutely no issues with purchasing on eBay. However, if all of those options don't work and you need to resort to some other solution, now I could only recommend you use PayPal or gift cards, but only if you have no other options would I recommend them. So try to avoid them at all costs because it's very annoying to use PayPal when they limit your account, and also gift cards to track returns. It returns back to that original gift card, and if you use multiple gift cards, it gets very confusing very fast. So I do recommend just use a more credit card or Apple Google Pay and use a credit card that way. So if you enjoyed this video and found any value at any part of this video, consider dropping a like and subscribing because it massively helps out with the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.